SoSoValue dance and sway. SoSoValue night and day.
Welcome to SoSoValue's Furry News Studio. I'm your host and CIO, SoCaddis. Brings you the latest crypto market updates with max personality. The first is, Bitget Exchange will roll back trades and compensate users due to a surge in trading volume caused by abnormal trading of the Voxel token. On Sunday morning, the trading volume of the Voxel token suddenly soared, exceeding Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume. One user made a six-figure profit from an investment of less than 100, but the profit may disappear as Bitget plans to roll back all trades. Bitget's investigation found that certain accounts might be involved in market manipulation, triggering the risk control system. To ensure a fair and secure trading environment, Bitget will roll back irregular trades within 24 hours and provide a compensation plan for users who suffered losses during this period. Next news. The U.S. market opened after a three-day holiday, with the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 indices all dropping about 3.5%, and the U.S. dollar falling to a three-year low. Trump once again criticized Federal Reserve Chair Powell, calling for an early rate cut and pointing out that the European Central Bank has cut rates 7 times in the past year. Bitcoin outperformed traditional markets, with its price approaching $88,000, marking a 6-week high. Kronos Research analyzed that the rise in Bitcoin's price was driven by increased global liquidity and renewed institutional interest. Crypto analysts noted that the Federal Reserve's leadership position being threatened could affect the dollar's stability, supporting Bitcoin's role as a store of value. Bitcoin faces short-term resistance levels at $88,000 and $92,000 to $93,000, while the long-term bullish outlook remains. Next news. DeFi Development Corporation announced on April 22, 2025, that it had purchased approximately 88,164 Solana tokens valued at about 11.5 million USD, increasing its total SOL holdings to 251,842 tokens, which are worth approximately 34.4 million USD at current prices. Crucially, the open interest in Bitcoin derivatives markets has surged to a 2-month high, reflecting strong bullish sentiment among traders, with a futures contango state signaling investors' confidence in rising prices. MicroStrategy's CEO Michael Saylor announced an additional purchase of 6,556 Bitcoins, bringing the total holdings to 538,200 Bitcoins. Japan's Metaplan company also increased its Bitcoin holdings by 330 coins. Bitcoin ETF inflows have significantly rebounded, reflecting a restoration of confidence among traditional financial investors. Next news. President Trump will host a party on May 22 at the Trump National Golf Club in Washington, D.C., inviting the top 220 holders of his cryptocurrency, Trump. The event aims to reward users who held the most Trump coins between April 23 and May 12. The higher the rank and the longer the holding period, the better the eligibility for invitation. The top 15 holders will have the opportunity to dine with President Trump and receive a VIP tour of the White House. Since its launch in January, the Trump coin price once surged to nearly $14. This event demonstrates Trump's friendly attitude towards cryptocurrency. Wow. Have you noticed? Bitcoin is quietly disappearing from exchanges. According to Fidelity, there are only 2.6 million BTC left on exchanges, the lowest level since 2018. And the big buyers behind this? Publicly listed companies. Since the US election in 2024, they've scooped up nearly 350,000 Bitcoin. That's about 30,000 BTC bought every month. And Fidelity predicts this trend is only going to speed up. On one side, supply keeps shrinking. On the other, institutions are buying like there's no tomorrow. In early 2024, the decrease in exchange balances was mainly due to most of the Bitcoin being moved into ETF custody accounts. Technically, these assets were still on exchanges, but were counted separately. After that, the balances began to decline continuously. Data also shows that the reserves held by major global exchanges differ significantly from one another.
Really?
Paul Atkins, the newly appointed chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, made his first public appearance on the 4th day in office and attended a crypto roundtable. He stated that he will cooperate with Congress and the Trump administration to promote the establishment of a reasonable and targeted regulatory framework for crypto assets, and believes that digital assets can bring significant benefits such as risk mitigation and cost reduction. He criticized the previous administration's regulatory policies under the Biden government for hindering innovation, emphasizing that regulatory uncertainty has been an obstacle to market development in recent years.
Technology deserve clear regulatory rules of the road. Innovation, unfortunately, has been stifled for the last several years due to market and regulatory uncertainty that, unfortunately, the SEC has fostered. So I look forward to engaging with market participants and working with colleagues in President Trump's administration and Congress to establish a rational, fit-for-purpose framework for crypto assets.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and share the news to your friends. See you tomorrow.